When I saw this Hilux come up on Marketplace for $9,000, I bought it straight away. The original owner dropped it over to me and then I immediately dived in, giving it a full service and replacing any parts that were worn out. And there were a lot of parts that were worn out. There was also quite a few leaks around the engine and the carby wasn't running that well. So I got a replacement and then that got a proper rebuild. Little did I know at this time just how far this build would go. The little truck ended up on TV doing some stunts, but pretty soon I realized that what it really needed was a whole new engine, because I reckon old cars with new engines are kind of cool. So I got my hands on a 2TR 2.7 litre engine from a more modern Hilux, which was then turbocharged with a G25 550 turbocharger. We pulled the chassis out from underneath the body and gave it a proper treatment with some rust converter and some black paint. A bunch of mates came to help fit the engine, which got custom engine mounts. And while that was happening, we prepped and painted the engine bay and painted underneath the ute with a textured underbody paint. I found a modern 5-speed Hilux gearbox at a local wreckers and installed that with an extreme outback clutch. We upgraded the fuel system, made custom lines, custom intercooler piping, and made our own exhaust out of 3-inch pipe. Wiring was a big job, but my mate Dave is a pro at this stuff and made a custom loom which really cleaned up the bay. The car got a custom built tail shaft, then we built a strong TrueTrack LSD for it and got a massive hoppers stoppers brake kit. With the new brakes, unfortunately the original wheels didn't fit anymore, so I found some new ones on Marketplace which we wrapped in a set of BFGs and they look amazing. I kept the interior stock but gave it a bit of a clean because it was pretty filthy after 45 years, but with only 100,000 kilometers on the clock, the seats and the carpet were not really in bad condition, so I just had to give them a wash. I installed some sound deadening to try and make the cabin a bit quieter and then ran a digital converter so that the Haltech ECU would be able to control the speedo via a cable. We filled it up with Castrol fluids and set it up with flex fuel so that we could run ethanol. And with a tank of E85, we went down to the dyno at Gem and ran up a healthy 270 kilowatts at the wheels, which is around 360 horsepower in Freedom units. With a smaller turbo, this thing absolutely rips and is incredibly responsive. It's super fun, really fast, and just something different on the road. It's an iconic little truck that has truly been brought into the modern era, and I absolutely love it.